All right, so today we're going to be dividing rational expressions. And to divide, you're simply going to multiply by the reciprocal. Of the second expression. And what you want to be sure that you do is identify restrictions from the simplified and original denominator. All right, so to divide, when you're dividing rational expressions, you multiply by the reciprocal of the second expression and identify restrictions from the simplified and original denominators. So in the most basic form of division, if you had 2/3 and you were going to divide it by 1/5, all right, 2/3 divided by 1/5 is the same as 2/3 times 5/1. All right, you leave the original fraction the same. You change the division symbol to multiplication, and then you flip the second fraction. So very simply here, this would be 10/3. Except you're just going to do it in a little greater sense today, or a few more steps involved. So an example we got is 2 minus x. Going to divide it by x squared plus 2x plus 1. Or I'm sorry. That's your first expression. And that is being divided by x squared plus 3x minus 10 over x squared minus 1. Now, what I would suggest you do is factor everything now. All right? This 2 minus x, you're going to want to factor a -1 out of here. And then you'd be left with x minus 2. X squared plus 2x plus 1, that's x plus 1 times x plus 1. X squared minus 1 is x plus 1 times x minus 1. And then x squared plus 3x minus 10, that would be x plus 5 times x minus 2. Can't hear you. X, oh, I forgot a 1. X plus 1 times x plus 1. Thank you. Right now is when I would identify your restrictions. All right. And then as you flip this second fraction and move forward, I would keep identifying them. So we'll start off now that x cannot be equal to positive or negative 1. So 1 or negative 1. Because in these denominators, we would get a 0. So then we can rewrite this first fraction. We got negative 1 times x minus 2 over x plus 1 times x plus 1. Now we're going to multiply that by, we're going to take this second fraction, this second rational expression, flip it. So this x plus 1, x plus 1 times x minus 1 goes to the numerator, and the x plus 5 times x minus 2 goes to the denominator. So now, with this new denominator, we've got a couple other restrictions, and one would be negative 5 and positive 2. And now we can start simplifying the same way that you did yesterday. So this x plus 1 will cancel this x plus 1. We've got an x minus 2 that'll cancel this x minus 2. And then multiply across the top, we get negative 1 times x minus 1. And in the denominator, we get x plus 1 times x plus 5. All right, so that would be your simplest form with these as your restrictions. Questions? Let's take a look at x squared plus 5x plus 4. Over x squared plus x minus 12. Going to divide that by x squared minus 1 over 2x squared minus 6x. All right, so again, I would factor first. And we get x plus 4 times x plus 1. In this denominator, we get x plus 4 times x minus 3. Top right here, we get x plus 1 times x minus 1. And then down here in the bottom right, we can factor out a 2x and multiply it by x minus 3. This is the time I would identify your first round of zeros or restrictions. So we can't have an x that's equal to -4, an x that's equal to +3. Now this 2x itself is a factor. All right, so if you set the 2x equal to 0, you would have an x that cannot equal 0. And then right here, a +3. So then we would clean this up. We get the x plus 4 times x plus 1 over the x plus 4 times x minus 3. And now we're going to multiply by 2x times x minus 3 over x plus 1 times x minus 1. All right, and then we create a few more zeros here. This -1 right here and a +1. So we don't need to have the 3 twice. So we can add a -1 and a +1. All right, so we can cancel an x plus 4 over an x plus 4, an x minus 3 and an x minus 3. This x plus 1 with this x plus 1. And we're left with 2x over x minus 1 with the restrictions -4, 3, 0, -1, and 1. All right, does anybody have any questions on either of those problems? All right, then your practice for today is going to be on page 531. Problems 22 through